Welcome, everybody. My name is Todd Keirstead, and you are watching TK Talk, stories of inspiration both on and off the golf course. I have an incredible man that's got an incredible story here today. I have Steve Pennnell. Steve, how you doing, pal?
Doing great. How you doing?
Doing really, really well. So let's talk about you were pretty active as a child. You played quite a few sports.
Yes, I was involved in basketball in kind of elementary school, and then later in high school, I developed into playing football and doing some wrestling as well.
Then you got into probably one of the most craziest, one of the most extreme sports out there, like an 8-second sport, man. You got into it.
Yes, I actually became a bull rider. In 1997, I started into bull riding.
Dude, how did you get into bull riding, man? That is like what, 2,000 pounds of raging fury just ready to explode as the gate opens.
Absolutely. I had some friends that were actually into rodeoing, and I decided one time that I just wanted to give it a try, and they said it was like no adrenaline rush that you would ever have, and then I just kind of got hooked from there.
So how long have you been doing that for?
My career was 16 years.
And any major injuries with that?
Oh, several, broken collarbones, broken bones, concussions,
Dude, you were hardcore, man. You know what? I've seen rodeo. I've been around a few bulls and stuff like that, and it is just like an accordion ready to unleash.
Oh, and it's amazing. I mean, you take 150, 170 pound man up against a 2,000 pound bull. It's quite the challenge.
Dude, that's awesome. So let's go to May 19th, 1999. What happened to you, my friend?
May 19th, 1999, I was working for a construction company. We were in Granite Falls, which is about 2 hours from my house. We were actually pouring concrete that day, getting ready to go home, and I was holding on to a concrete bucket that was hooked to the crane, and the operator actually swung the crane into the power lines and got pretty severe electrocution.
Okay, so where did the electrocution happen? It went all through your body, but what was the major injury?
Electrocution, it went in my left arm and went out both my feet, and I was actually pretty fortunate. It was hot that day when I was sweating, so I was standing in water, so electricity kind of actually followed the water. They transported me to a local hospital, which in turn from there stabilized me and life-flighted me to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, to the J.C. Burns Center.
So did you go unconscious? Were you conscious for all of this? How was that like?
I was actually conscious through part of it, and actually the operator had jumped off the crane and grabbed me and said, I remember vaguely that I was just screaming, it was burning, and they were saying my skin was just kind of bubbling like you'd put it in a fryer or something. It was just pretty extreme.
So what was the rehabilitation journey like for you?
Rehabilitation, I stayed in the hospital 3.5 months. I was kind of in an induced coma for a while because of my severity of my injuries. After waking up, I've done rehab with prosthetics. I had to have my left arm, my left leg, and actually half of my right foot amputated because of the severity of the burns. And, rehabilitation was great. Had a great facility, great people. And actually, I rehabbed there for, I guess, a few months. And then when I came home, I just started doing rehab on my own.
Yeah, man, that's incredible. So what would the timeline be like from the accident to when you started feeling good to get out and start doing other things?
Probably a year after I got home. I was pretty, for the first year or so, it was kind of extreme with, kind of a little bit of depression and a little bit of different things as far as that goes. And I guess probably a year after that, I would never go outside without wearing a long sleeve shirt or pants, even if it was hot or anything. And then I had some friends that started getting me out, and I just come to the conclusion, that I was going to make the best of it. And I just kind of progressed from there.
It became your new normal now. You embraced it. You got over the negativity, the why me, the bitterness, and you said, this is what I got to live with. Let's go for it.
Absolutely. And I used that as a blessing too, to be able to help others as well, because I didn't have anyone when I was in the hospital. I had no one come in that was an amputee or anything like that to talk to me or speak with me or tell me their story or anything like that. So, I just, within a year or two after that, when I really got my prosthetics and everything going, I devoted a lot of my time to helping others and telling my story and being able to help them get through their tough times where I'd been through the same thing as well.
That's amazing. Now, you didn't play golf before your injury, but you took up the game after your injury. How did that come about?
Yeah, I never did play golf. I think I played one or two times when I was in high school. And, after my rodeo career and everything was over, I kind of wanted another pastime to be able to socialize with people and interact and just have some fellowship with different sports. And I had some friends that played, and I decided to go out and play with them one day and just fell in love with the game. And it just progressed from there.
So you met a lot of interesting people on the golf course, and you got to play quite a little bit. And tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I've met some amazing people. Golf has been so much of a blessing to me. I have met so many great friends and been able to hear so many amazing stories. And I've been fortunate enough to be able to compete in some adaptive golf tournaments and getting really involved in that now as well. And it's just amazing.
And now you're getting into the motivational speaking as well too. So not only going and helping individuals that have just recently become injured and part of their recovery, but now you're actually getting out there and speaking as well too.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Any opportunity I get to speak with anyone. I have been doing some things for Hanger Clinic as well, helping some of the new patients with them, and just even actually normal people. I've been able to speak with them and tell my story, and they've just got great feedback from it. And nothing gratifies me more to hear somebody give you the praise back for actually being able to tell your story and help them.
Well, you know what? It's coming through on the screen. I'm loving your personality. I'm loving the energy. This is absolutely. I wouldn't expect anything less from a bull rider. I'm telling you. So, Steve, what do you have planned in the future for golf? You're still going to keep on playing. You're still going to keep competing. You're still going to be telling your story.
Oh, absolutely. I'm trying to get my golf game even better, and I'm trying to get more in depth into the golf tournaments, more involved in adaptive golf tournaments, and more involved with kind of the media through golf. And I'm just trying to get as involved in it as I can get. And being able to travel and meet some amazing guys and to see their stories and just they're amazing, being able to overcome what they've overcome. It's gratifying. I love it.
Well, you've got a great support system around you, buddy. I know some of the guys that you're playing with, some of the guys that you're friends with, and you got a great support system. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what TK Talks is all about, sharing stories of inspiration both on and off the golf course. Steve, it was an absolute pleasure talking to you today, and I'm looking so forward to following your journey on social media and meeting you, pal.
Pleasure to talk to you as well, Todd.